Welcome to my YouTube channel. This is Jerry's Passion Live. David Labit, shout out. Kamusta, David Labit? How are you? Shoutout dyan sa lahat nandyan. Dito na naman tayo sa bagong topiko natin. That is how to deal with your emotions or how to handle your emotions. No? As a human being, we all have emotions. Joy, fear, sadness, surprise. That's all. That are some of the forms of emotions. If you don't have joy, sadness, and if you cannot feel something, if you don't have emotions, then what are you? You are a robot. Because these emotions make us humans. That makes us humans, and that's normal. But then you need to handle your emotions, most especially your negative emotions. You must know how to handle with them. And you need also to study yourself, who you are, or what you are, and you have to understand why you behave like this, why you behave like that. We need also sometimes to hide our emotions. You must know how to hide your emotions. But then it's so nice to express your emotions for as long it is still healthy to express. Expressing your emotions and hurting others is not healthy. It's okay to be angry, but it's not okay to be violent. There are situations that you need to hide your emotions when you'd rather keep your thoughts and feelings hidden than display in front of people who may ridicule, mock, make fun of, even take advantage of your feelings. There are plenty of reasons why you might want to hide your to hide your emotions. And doing so certain has its benefit. But there are certain situations where it may not be healthy to do so. So I think no to handle your emotions, no, you have to relax. Take a deep breath. Hello, Lison, shout out. Let us journey. How are you? You may also relax. and take a deep breath. Inhale, exhale. Don't move your eyebrows. Don't move your eyebrows. Something like that. You move your eyebrows when you get angry. Then you, huh? Because you will be mistaken as if you are like traidor, as if you are like contrabida. No? So, so do not, that is the other way to, control your emotion. Or what I mean is to hide your emotions. No? You must know how to hide your emotions. Do not move your eyebrows. Like that. Do not, move your eyebrows like that. As if you will you will be you might be misinterpreted. Relax your face. You have to relax your face. You have to relax your face. Don't put a fake smile. Don't put a fake smile. That is fake. You smile like this. It's not. You have to do not smile like this. It's a fake smile. You smile like this. Don't smile like this. Oh my goodness. No. Smile. Uh, true smile. True smile. Yung smile na hindi piki. Do not support your head and stop fidgeting and refrain from constant adjusting yourself. Pose, think, and speak in a balanced tone. Huwag kang mag-high pitch, baka you're mistaken that you are angry. Yes, I have a client that they attack me, but then I still relax. I just control my emotions. I don't have any, my tone is in balance. I speak softly, still. But then deep inside, I'm very angry. But I know how to hide it sometimes, most especially if there's an issue. I keep on staying relaxed. I don't panic. Disassociate yourself from the situation. Then speak to yourself in your mind. Yes, that's me. I speak to my mind. I talk to my spirit. I talk to my spirit. Yeah, I talk to my mind. I talk to myself. It is also important lang to understand that not all feelings should be contained. In some situations, it must be healthier to let your emotions out and deal with them rather than repress them. No longer, it's not good if you repress your emotions. What I mean is, you must learn how to hide your emotions if you think it can hurt others. You can channel your emotions to some other way, not to the extent that you're gonna hurt other people. That's why, as what I have said, it's okay to be angry, but it's not okay to be violent. Take a deep breath. No? Besides the obvious advantage of amplifying the supply of oxygen, taking a deep breath will allow you to recollect your composure and act calm and collected. No? Deep breathing stimulates the parasympathetic nervous system, which triggers a relaxation response na an important mindful living technique, deep breathing, will give you more control over your body and your reactions and responses outside stimuli. No? Do not move your eyebrows. Do not move your eyebrows. Whether you like it or not, your eyes are the first escape route for your emotions. Your eyes may not be verbal, but they say a lot. And that exactly where your eyebrows come in. Situations that make you feel angry, sad, excited, or nervous are often accompanied by specific eyebrows, movements, and positions. If you want to hide what you are feeling and thinking, stop moving your eyebrows and ease the tension from your forehead. Do not put up a fake smile. There's a lot more to your facial expression than just your eyebrows and lips. Now you have to relax your face and stay away from teeth grinding, frowning, and displaying other typical emotion bound expressions. No, this is not about always having a steely demeanor and acting like a tough guy. However, keeping a straight face when you need it the, the most is an important trick to keep in your arsenal. Relax your face. Now, do not support your head. A droopy head held up by your hand or sulky face buried into your palms can be a giveaway of a gloomy mood, depression, or sadness. The phrase hold your head up high is never better implemented than in situation where you're trying to hide your feeling. Touching your face can also be an indicator of anxieties and restlessness. Huh? I'm adjusting, relaxing. That's very nice, David. That's very nice. No? Touching your face can also be an indicator of anxiety and restlessness. It's best to keep your hand away from your head in order to maintain a strong, composed demeanor. And stop fidgeting and refrain from constantly adjusting yourself. Sudden body movement and constant sign of physical discomfort are clear signs of nervousness or anxiety. Jen Maris baby, hello. Salamat sa patamsak lang ka. Tamsak ka more. Tamsak ka more. Thank you so much. Ayan, sudden body movement and constant sign of physical discomfort are clear sign of nervousness or anxiety. So you have to relax yourself and be comfortable. Emotions and feelings are hard to disappear when you maintain a calm and relaxed body language. And these are the signs of physical discomfort: tapping your feet, picking at your cuticles, biting your nails, cracking your knuckles, or touching your face. Avoiding this classic sign of boredom and discomfort will result in a calm demeanor. Ayan, mega mega shout out dyan sa'yo. Jen Maris, Jen Maris, meron ka ng jacket. Jen Maris, baby, shout out. Maraming salamat dyan ha, sa lahat na nagtambay. And thank you for listening. Welcome, welcome. Pwede kayo maglapag balay nyo. Pwede kayo kalapag ng bahay nyo lang ka. O kayo may iyo. Lapagan din dito ang bahay ko. Thank you so much. Edward Castrillo. Shout out. Welcome, Edward. Kamusta ka na, Edward? Kasangga ko founder, shout out. Maraming salamat na sa inyong lahat. Ayan. Pwede kayo kalapag ng balangin. Umuya-uya. Umulan dito ng malakas, kaya narinig mo yung tatak ng ulan. Buhos ng ulan ng tuluyan. Ang puso ko na 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 na. Yan, buhos ng ulan. Maraming salamat dyan sa lahat na nandyan. Entom sa kanyo yung sa mga langga, puntahan yung bahay nila. Manood kayo ha. Para para mayroon silang kaunti kahit pa paano may WH yan sila, diba? Para magka-WH yan sila. Maraming salamat sa inyo. Salamat, Edward, sa pag-ticket mo sa nakapili. Latest Journey, shout out. Kaya napaglaki ng balay niya ha. And you have to pause, think, and speak in balanced tone. The tone of your voice can immediately give away your thoughts. Frequent changes in your tone, speaking too fast, stuttering, and stammering are signals to the person listening to you, indicating what's going on in your mind. Don't let that happen. Speak properly. A slow speaking pace also gives your mind those critical few microseconds to think before you utter your next sentence. So that's why I think before you act, something like that. Cheers, good night. Dikit na si kay Australia. Australia lang pagkalambahay mo para mapuntahan din nila. In addition to this, you have to think and speak in a logical manner. Focusing on logic is the key to emotion that is the key to removing emotion from any situation. Just state the facts. Yeah, I encountered that one complaining of my client's grades, and the mother is very angry with me. But then I never react. I state the facts. I said, Bumaba yung the grades of your daughter get lower because was not able to submit the requirements. He has no project, he has no output, then that's the cause why his or her grades are low. And he got low in the tests, he got low in the quizzes. So that's why now because they are expecting that the grades of their son or daughter are high. But I still relax. But I've seen the higher aggression level, the aggression. She's very angry. And what I did, I did not look at her eyes. I just explained. I do not look at her eyes because if I'm going to look at her eyes, I might observe the negative emotions. So I just stay calm and relax. Then with that balanced tone, hindi naman ako nag-high pitch, soft spoken naman ako. Kaya yun, dahil naintindihan niya yung you have to state the facts. No? Just state the facts. Sabihin mo kung ano yung totoo, then explain bakit bumaba. Then there's no problem with that. Then instead magka-conflict kaming dalawa, walang conflict kasi naunawaan na yung mga bagay-bagay. Ah, so ito yung class record niya. Oh. Then, hindi na siya maka-react na parang ako pa yung mas susunggaban. Di ba? So, yun. No? And kasi parang medyo rin ako, medyo parang na-control ko lang yung emotion because I'm also angry. So, in order that I will not encounter some conflict, I say control my emotion and just explain the facts and the truth, nothing but the truth. Ayan. Love, love, host, nakapil. Jen Maris, baby, thank you, thank you. Hmm. Napakaibahay lang ka, mag-ayuda ako sa inyo. Salamat marami. May premiere si Maris Baby. Patamsak naman lang ka. And road to 4,000 to si ayan. Ayudahan kita dyan, din Maris Baby ha. May nakatamsak na ako sa bahay. Ganun ba? Sige lang. Ako nag-vloggers din ako pero sa bahay. Sige lang. Patuloy ka lang mag-content. Parang almost naman lahat na lalaglag. So yun lang masasabi ko na you have to speak in logical manner, focusing on logic, removing your emotion from any situation, just states the fact. Disassociate, de-associate, disassociate yourself from situation. You have to detach yourself from the situation. Is anything but easy, but it can be necessity necessarily. But if you want to hide your emotions from onlookers, so while it's not rocket science, it is also challenging. The easiest way to go back is to think of happy thoughts, or good memories. Think of a warm moment spent with a loved one or a moment of ecstasy. No. That will help you to mentally take yourself away from the frenzy and anxiety of your current situation and makes it more challenging for others to read your thoughts. And of course, mga langga, you have to speak to yourself in your mind. You can talk to yourself. You know, langga, because I used to live alone, I used to speak to myself. I talk to myself. Calm down. You can do this. Just stay cool is a line that even the most famous for sports persons and celebrities must have said to themselves during nerve-wracking moments. You should do that too. Now, if you think that you're letting your emotions get the better of you, simply tell your mind and ask it to think the way you want it to. All you need to do is ask. Ask yourself the following questions. Are the thoughts and feelings I'm experiencing rational? Is it according to the dictates of reason? What's the worst that could happen right now? How likely is it that the worst case scenario will happen? Lohita Village Kitchen shout out. Adakit ka na Lohita. Kamusta ka Lohita? Jen Maris baby, thank you. May jacket ka na, I'm from India. Lohita Village Kitchen, thank you. Maraming salamat dyan sa lahat-lahat na nandyan. Patamsak na lang give me a thumbs up if you wish. Okay. You feel free to drop your link if you wish. I'm discussing here about how to handle your emotions. Mm, so that's why you have to calm down and relax. Examining the situation with a calm and rational mind will allow you to distress and evaluate your emotions. When are you going to hide your emotions? There are certain situations in which hiding your emotions can be advantageous. Maybe you have had really bad day, but you have a job interview later, or you have to perform your work, you know. So you have you have this interview later and need to seem cheerful and friendly. Or maybe you're trying to work on a personal issue such as frequently overacting to emotional events or suffering from bouts of irrational anger. Anthony Benitez, shout out. Kamusta ka na, Anthony? May jacket ka na, Anthony. There are some situations now where repressing your emotions can be unhealthy. Hindi naman lang maganda pag na-refresh mo yung emotion mo, dapat express mo talaga yung emotions mo. Huwag mo i-repress. Pero i-channel mo naman na healthy yung pag ano, pag express, no? In a healthy manner. Sometimes expressing the way you feel, even though it may make you feel scared and vulnerable, is not the best course of action. When you are rightful upset, sometimes people do things that are just plain wrong. Mm. If you see or experience injustice and it can causes you to feel upset, expressing those feelings cannot only be cathartic for you but may also be beneficial for others. When you love someone, feelings can be scary, especially when you're not sure if the object of your affection reciprocates. However, forever concealing the way you feel will prevent you from ever taking the risk of experiencing something great. Fear of rejection is not a good reason to hide your emotions. Brenda Land, shout out, my friend. And Brenda Land is from the US. Thank you, Brenda Land. How are you? Thank you so much, Brenda Land. You can drop your link, guys. You can drop your link. Thank you so much. It's raining here in the Philippines right now. Umulan dito. Ayan, no? So, hi, thank you so much, Brenda Land. Wow, thank you for the super chat. You're very generous. And Brenda Land is my long, long friend in the wide world and one of my friend, uh, supportive friend. I miss you too, Brenda Land. Thank you, thank you. I will visit your house. That's way. I've seen your inspirational, inspirational quotes. I like it. Malangga, thank you so much dyan sa lahat-lahat na nandyan. We appreciate you all. Ano, lalapag ko muna ang bahay ng Brenda lang. Brenda lang. Ayun. Connect to each other mga langga. And I'm here. Happy Lovey Clearance. Wow, 15K. Congratulations, Brenda Lam. Your road to 20K subscribers. Napatamsak lang ga. Happy Lovey. I'm here in your Happy Lovey Clearance. Yan ang punta niya yan si Brenda Lam. Kabait yun si Brenda Lam lang ga. Happy TV Mabuhay, shout out. Happy TV Mabuhay is my friend in Austria from the European country. Kamusta ka na, Happy TV? Salamat Salamat. Bye. Maraming salamat. Happy love. Maraming salamat dyan sa lahat na dyan. Hafsa Versosa, shout out. Alexa, Langga, patikit sa ating super chatter Langga. Brenda Land is also awesome. My friend in the US. Happy TV, mabuhay. Thank you. Kamusta ka na? Napagaybahay niyo Langga. Ayan. Happy TV, mabuhay. Latest journey, Brenda Land. Paper. From Alexa. Padikit lang ka sa ating super chatter, Pendalan, and here. Ayan, here's Pendalan. Alam niyo lang ka, Brindalan, I attended the live stream of Brindalan. That is one of my international friend where I attended the live stream because Brindalan is a international live streamer. Maliit pa yung bahay ko lang ga, dyan ako nangingisda kay Brindalan. Kaya ang dami kong mga international na friend dyan sa kanyang bahay. Tapos nagpapalipad. Yeah. They're amazing people. Thank you very much. No? So, what makes us human because of the presence of our emotions. So, that is our natural instinct, a state of mind deriving from one's circumstances, your mood, or relationships with others. Emotions are mental states brought on by neurophysiological changes, variously associated with thoughts, feelings, behavioral responses, and a degree of pleasure or displeasure. There is currently no scientific consensus on its definition. This is a complex experience of consciousness, bodily sensation, and behavior that reflects the personal significance of a thing, an event, or a state of affairs. So, an emotion is a feeling such as happiness, love, anger, hatred, no? Which can be caused by the situation that are in the people you are with. Happiness was an emotion that Reynolds was having to relearn. Her voice trembled with emotions. That is just an example. These emotions is very important. Our emotions help us to communicate with others, such as when we feel sad and need some help. They also can help us to act quickly in unimportant situations. For example, when you're about to cross the street and see car coming quickly, so fear gets you to jump back on the onto the car. We have these types of emotions. The patterns of emotion that we found corresponded to 25 different categories of emotions: admiration, adoration, appreciation of beauty, amusement, anger, anxiety, oh, awkwardness, boredom, calmness, confusion, craving, disgust, empathic pain, in, entrancement, excitement, fear, horror, horror, interest, joy, nostalgia, relief. A lot of this. These are emotions that make us human. If you don't have emotion, then what are you? You are a robot. And because of the presence of these emotions that make us human, emotions are very powerful forces. They determine our outlook on life based on the events occurring around us. They also allow us to empathize with other humans, perhaps to share in your enjoy, to share in joy or in pain, whichever emotion you feel on a given morning. They generally shape how you feel throughout your entire day. These emotions has substantial influence. Hello, Lisong. Shout out. Padikit lang ka sa nakapin. Emotions is a substantial influence on the cognitive processes in humans that including perception, attention, learning, memory, reasoning, and problem solving. Emotions has a particularly strong influence on attention, especially modulating the selectivity of attention as well as motivating action and behavior. So that's why it's very important to control your emotions. So, what is the reasons you might need to hide? Why we need to hide our emotions? What is the reasons? Maybe you need to manage your anger. Yeah. You need to remain calm in dangerous upsetting situation. You need to hide your feelings for someone. And you need to seem less depressed. You need to appear courteous when you're shocked or confused. And regulating your emotions alters other others' perception of you, and for whatever reason, you want to learn how to control your emotions responses. Now, learning To regulate your responses is an important aspect of being a functioning adult. Hello, Lisong. How are you, Lisong? Ayan. Alexa, I'm here in your channel. Ay, bigyan ka shoutout dyan sa lahat ng mga dyan. Thank you so much. Keeps on raining here. Umuulan. So that's why now we need to regulate your emotions, alter others' perception. Learning to regulate your response is an important aspect of being a functioning adult. Now, control of emotions. Situation in which you might need to conceal your emotions. If the situation is inappropriate, for example, feeling anger or sadness when you are about to go to job, interview, performance, etc. You'll want to put those emotions on hold and deal with them when the time is right. If the audience is inappropriate, na, that is the situation in which you might need to conceal your emotions. If the audience is inappropriate, for example, dealing with feelings of rage over your pending divorce when your young children are around. It's best to find a time and a place when you can process your feelings alone. There are some situations wherein representing your emotions be unhealthy sometimes. Expressing the way you feel, even the even though it may make you feel scared and vulnerable, not the best course of action. When you are rightfully upset, sometimes people do things that are just plain wrong. If you see experience injustice and it causes you to feel upset, expressing those feelings cannot only be cathartic for you but may also be beneficial to others. When you love someone, feelings can be scary. When you're not sure of the object of your affection, reciprocates. No? However, forever conceding the way you feel will prevent you from ever taking the risk of experiencing something great. Fear of rejection is not a good reason to hide your emotions. When someone is shaming you for the way you feel, whether it's a parent, significant other, friend, or some other acquaintance, people can put you down when they're suffering from their own insecurities. Do not let other people try to invalidate your emotions just because they are unwilling to deal with their own negative behavior. If someone is making you feel bad, you have the right to express the way you feel, and you should repress your emotions just because you're afraid of losing them or hurting their feelings. Concealing your emotions, sometimes I also express my emotions. No, I did not repress it. Concealing your feelings and emotions when you shouldn't can be damaging to your mental health and self image. The most important thing you can do is to learn how to deal with your emotions is a positive healing way. And way to deal with your emotions. Look inside yourself to understand the way you feel. You have to understand your emotions. Changing the things you can, such as incorporating new routines, getting more sleep, etc. And finding a good outlet for your emotions, for example, exercise, meditation, or other stress relieving tactics. These are the emotion. Uh, these are some emotion that you need to hide sometimes. Your anger, sadness, love, like crush, frustration, confusion, shame, happiness, pride. But that is case to case basis. That's why control is of emotion is important. You need to control your emotion if you think that can hurt others. But that is also case to case basis. You have to also the right to express your emotions if other people abuse you already. Father, because of their own insecurities. Ayan. You have to take a look at the impact of your emotions. You have to think before you act. What is the consequences of your actions, of your emotions if you're going to express it to others? Intense emotions are not all bad. Emotions make our lives exciting, unique, and vibrant. According to Botnick says, strong feelings can signify that we embrace life fully, that we're not repressing our natural reactions. It's perfectly normal to experience some emotional overwhelm on occasion. When something wonderful happens, when something terrible happens, when you feel like you missed out. So how do you know when there's a problem? Emotions that regulates get out of hand might lead to relationship or friendship conflict, difficulty relating to others, trouble at work or school, an urge to use substances to help manage your emotions, physical or emotional outbursts. Find some time to take stock of just how your uncontrolled emotions are affecting your day-to-day daily life, your day-to-day life. This will make it easier to identify problems areas and track your success. Regulation, not repression. Aim for regulation, not repression. Because, you know, my father's brother attending one of the game in the neighborhood. Supposed to be he must be the leading leader to the games. But then because has no capital, other people do not give him chance to be the leader of the game. So he felt very very angry. He felt very angry because of that, and he cannot accept it that he's not the leader of the game. Then because of the repression, after the game, when he walked going to the house, because he is very angry and repressed it, you know what happened to him? He died because of stroke, because of high blood pressure, because he was not able to express his emotion of being angry. It's okay to repress during that time because you do not want to hurt other people because you are hiding your emotions. But then, supposed to be, after the game, you have to express it to yourself. You have to talk to your mind. And if you are angry, you're going to shout and something to release. Or there's some activity to channel your negative emotion because you are angry. You may also throw stone somewhere that it is safe, that you cannot hurt others there. You can also do something. You can sing, you can shout out loud. In since that is a mountain, in a place where you cannot disturb others, or you may talk to yourself. You can express your being you express your feeling that you are angry. Talk to yourself. Then right after that, because you are expressing your tension, you are releasing your negative thoughts, you're releasing your negative emotion, then you feel good after it, after you express. That is how you regulate your emotion, not repression. You cannot control your emotions with a dial, if only were that easy. But imagine for a moment that you could manage emotion this way. You would not want to leave them running at maximum all the time. You also would not want to switch them off entirely either. So when you suppress or repress emotions, you are preventing yourself from experiencing and expressing feelings. This can happen consciously, no? Suppression or unconscious repression either can contribute to mental and physical health symptoms that including anxiety, depression, sleep issues, muscle tension and pain, difficulty managing stress, substance misuse. Dali lang lang ga. When learning to exercise, control your emotions, make sure you're not just sweeping them under the rug. Healthy emotional expression involves finding some balance between overwhelming emotions and no emotions at all. So you must identify what you're feeling. Taking a moment to check in yourself about your mood can help you being gaining back control. Say you've been seeing someone for a few months. You tried planning a date last week, but they said they didn't have time. Yesterday, you texted again saying, "I'd like to see you soon. Can you meet this weekend? Can you meet this week?" They finally replied more than a day later. Can't busy. Can't busy. You're sudden extremely upset without stopping to think. You hurl your phone across the room, knock over the wastebasket and kick your disc stabbing your toe. Interrupt yourself by asking, what am I feeling right now? Disappointed, confused, furious. No longer no. Uh I court I experienced this also when a lady which I'm courting, uh, I, I I inform her in advance that if she has time, we can meet each other. Then we eat foods together. If she has time, I'm willing to meet her. But I've been visiting her several times in her house. But then every time when I give her time, she has always an alibi that she has no time. And sometimes I will think it later on. When time comes, then he will tell me she is busy. So that hurts. That really hurts without her notice, without her knowing. So the only way is I just accept all the truth that he doesn't like me. She doesn't like me. I mean, she has other priorities, and I never again ask for something, for a date or for a time to eat or for a time to visit her because well, those people have other priorities. So in my case, if I think that I'm not their priority, then I set them free. I, I do not force people to to meet with me. I do not force people to meet with me, to have time with me. I just want them to have the freedom to do what they want, and I really appreciate if they have time. But then if they do not have time, well, I can also able to manage my emotions too. It's a little bit hurting because I am imagining that I am very excited, then I am very frustrated after all that I was denied. Then I was able to manage my emotions. Then the next time is I never bothered to ask them for a date, for a time to eat dinner, lunch, something like that, for a snacks, because I just understand already that she doesn't like me. If you people don't like you, then don't bother. No? Way to deal with your emotions, looking inside yourself to understand the way you feel. You have to understand who you are, what you are, why do you behave like that, why do you behave like this. Understand your emotions. Changing the things you can, such as incorporating your routine, getting more sleep, etc. And finding a good outlet for your emotion. Yeah, you must have an outlet for your emotions like exercise, meditation, or other stress relieving tactics. In my case, if I am depressed, I go to the beach, I walk, I talk to God, nah, I I will do the deep breath, uh, walking and breathing fresh air, connect with nature, something like that. So thank you so much for listening there, my friends. I really appreciate you all. That's for today's topic. So let's continue. Interrupt yourself by asking, what happened to make me feel this way? They brush me off with no explanation. Does the situation have different explanation that might make sense? Maybe they're stress sick or dealing with something else they don't feel comfortable explaining. They might plan to explain more than they can. What do I want to do about these feelings? Scream, vent my frustration by throwing things, text back, something rude. Is there a better way of coping with them? Ask if everything's okay. Ask when they're free next. Go for a walk or run. By considering possible alternatives, you're reframing your thoughts, which can help you modify your first extreme reaction. It can take some time before this response becomes a habit. Now, with practice going through these steps in your head and will become easier and more effective. So you have to accept your emotions, all of them. If you're trying to go better at managing emotions, you might be downplaying your feelings to yourself. When you hyperventilate after receiving good news or collapse on the floor screaming and sobbing when you cannot find your keys, it might seem helpful to tell yourself just calm down or it's not that big of a deal so do not freak out. But this is invalidates your experience. It is a big deal to you. Accepting your emotions, they help you get more comfortable with them and increasing your comfort around intense emotions allows you to fully feel them without reacting in extreme unhelpful ways. So to practice accepting emotions, try thinking of them as messengers. They're not good or bad. They are neutral. Maybe they bring up unpleasant feelings sometimes, but they're still giving you important information that you can use. For example, try. I'm upset because I keep losing my keys. This makes me feel late. I should put a dish on the shelf by the door so I remember to leave them in the same place. Accepting emotions may lead to greater life satisfaction and fewer mental health symptoms. What more people thinking of their emotions as helpful may lead to higher levels of happiness. Keep a mood journal. You have to write, take a deep breath, know when to express yourself. There's a time and place for everything, including intense emotion. Sobbing uncontrollably is a pretty common response to losing loved one. For example, screaming into your pillow, even punching it, might help you relieve some anger and tension after being gone. Other situations, however, call the some restraint, no matter how frustrated you are, screaming at your boss over an unfair disciplinary action won't help. Being mindful of your surrounding and the situation can help you learn when it's okay, let the feeling out, and when you might want to sit with them for the moment. You have to give yourself some space. That's why other tell you, okay, give me some space. You have to give them space to think alone, to be with themselves. Getting some distance, no, from the intense feelings can help you make sure you're reacting to them in reasonable ways, according to Botnick. So this distance might be physical, like living an upsetting situation, for example, but you can also create some mental distance by distracting yourself. While you do not want to block or avoid feelings entirely, it's not harmful to distract yourself until you're in a better place to deal with them. Just make sure you do some come back to them. Healthy distractions are not only temporary. Try talking a walk. Try taking a walk, watching a funny video, talking to loved ones, spending a few minutes with your pet. And you also meditate. Meditation can help you create your awareness of feeling and experiencing uh, experiences. Now, when you meditate, you're teaching yourself to sit with those feelings, to notice them without judging yourself or attempting to change them, make them go away. This song, thank you, Lesson. Aling Malit, channel, shout out, Dying Souls. Ayan. Maraming salamat As mentioned, you have to accept all your emotions that can make your emotional regulation easier. Meditation helps you increase those acceptance skills. It also offers other benefits like helping you relax and get better sleep. Then stay on top of stress. When you're under a lot of stress, no, managing your emotions can become more difficult. Even people who generally can control their emotions will might find it harder in times of high tension and stress. Reducing stress or finding helpful ways to manage it can help your emotions become more manageable. Uh, Mindfulness practice like meditation can help with stress too. They won't get rid of it, but they can make it easier to live with that. To live with. Other healthy ways to cope with stress include getting enough sleep, making time to talk and laugh with friends, exercise, spending time in nature. Me, I have also time to travel, even once a year. Making time for relaxation and hobbies. Talk to the therapist also. No? If your emotion continue to feel overwhelming, it may be time to seek professional support. Long-term or persistent emotional dysregulation and mood swing are linked to certain mental health conditions, including borderline personality disorder and bipolar disorder. Trouble controlling emotions can also relate to trauma. Family issues or other underlying concerns, that is according to Botnick. A therapist can offer compassionate judgment, free support as you explore factors contributing to dysregulated emotions. Address severe mood swings, learn how to down-regulate intense feelings or up-regulate limited emotional expression, Practice challenging and refraining a feeling that causes distress. Mood swings and intense emotions can provoke negative or unwanted thoughts that eventually trigger feelings of hopelessness or despair. This cycle can eventually lead to unhelpful coping methods like self-harm or even though no, no, or of even thoughts of suicide. If you begin thinking about suicide, you have urge to self-harm, talk to trusted loved one who can help you get support right away. Thank you for watching Malanga. Hope this can help you. God bless. Aling Maliit Channel. Thank you.